Hello and welcome to the Main Cave. Now in today's video I'm going to be looking at a product that is more than what it seems at first. It's this, a heated mouse mat from a UK company called Heatka, and watch on as I believe this has a huge benefit to certain people, which could be you. So if you're new here, we make regular videos on gaming and technology for your smart home, so please do consider subscribing, as we may make a video to make your life easier and I won't want you to miss out. So do hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. So here we have it then. This is a mouse mat that is heated. Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way first. Do you really need a heated mouse mat? Well, you're in two camps to answer this question, and you already know which one you're in. But for me, not only did I want this because as a tech channel I couldn't resist it, but also for health benefits for people in my house using my PC. Let me first explain what it is, and then I'll get on to how we use that in our house. So I paid £57 for this, but I could have got it 10% cheaper had I just used a code they gave me the very next day. But £50 for a mouse mat that heats won't particularly break the bank, and the temptation to try it out at £57 was too much. So I ordered and it came within a few days. The unboxing, I'll be honest, was pretty unspectacular. It was literally a beaten up old box with the mat inside, a cable and a small instruction manual. Nothing exciting. So out and then on the desk, it is 80 centimeters by 33 centimeters, and it's very thin at only a couple of millimeters thick. This is currently the only size, and it only comes in black. It feels of a leather type material and takes only a few minutes to lay flat after being rolled up whilst in transit. On the underside is a non-slippy material, meaning it sticks to the desk very nicely. It's wiped clean, but it does leave some grease marks if not wiped straight away. Now to set it up, just plug in the kettle cable into the control box, plug the other end into the wall, and it runs direct off a socket, not USB, and that's it, you're done. The whole operation happens using the smart looking control dial top left. Now I say dial, you don't actually turn it, as it all works off touchscreen. You have two buttons, one is for power and one is to change the time or temperature. Easy as you like, turn it on and then set how warm you want your mat to be. Each press of the temp button increases it to one of 6 levels, going from 30 Celsius to 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, then back to 30. You can also set how long you want it to stay on for. Just hold the power button for a few seconds and change the number of hours to either 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 or 12. Just a quick word on power though, it does remember your last setting if you leave it plugged in. If you remove the power, then you need to start again. So let's start off heating it right up to the maximum then. You can feel it warming up within about 5 seconds. And here is a table of the results of the temps and the times of heating it up and then cooling it down. Remember, this isn't scientific, this is just me using my temperature gun every so often. It doesn't account for room temperature. As you can see, it got to just under 50 Celsius in around 20 minutes, but leave it for longer and it will get up to the full temperature. And then also, as you can see, when off, it took only a few minutes to cool down, but kept a decent level for a few minutes. But this will obviously differ depending on room temperatures. Heat can be felt evenly spread across the mat with no apparent hot or cold spots in the middle. The only place it doesn't heat up is about 2 centimeters all the way around the edge, but that's most likely due to there being no heating elements in those bits. So now if you push the keyboard to the back of the mat, you rest your wrists on it and you feel the heat on them and up your arms and in your hands and fingers. Then when you're not typing, just lay your hands down and heat them up. This works really well and does exactly what it claims and what I hoped it would do. So that's what it is and how it works, but who is this for? Well, if you like your tech and you want something that looks good, actually does what it says, and you fancy warmer wrists and hands, then you need to look into this. But I'd also suggest this has a far more use from people who suffer from cold hands. Now there are numerous reasons why you may suffer from this, such as Raynaud's, RSI or simply poor blood circulation. This mat will be an absolute game changer for someone in that position. My wife suffers from an undiagnosed condition of poor circulation in the fingers, which we put down to a lack of blood circulation. but after using this, she's reliably informed me that this thing works and it works well. It gently heats you up without being too hot to touch, and as you can probably tell, the health benefits should be the main selling point of this mat. I don't have any issue with my hands personally, but as my mum always told me, heat the person, not the room, and I use this every day as it costs very little to run. I use it on cold days just to heat me up, and I generally feel warmer for using it when working. So having used it for a while though, I did have a worry about it heating the desk up underneath, but it doesn't seem to be affecting it too much, so I'm not worried about it. Similarly, my keyboard and my mouse, although got warm to touch, I tested them after 2 hours of them being sat on the hottest setting, and they never got that hot. I was worried. And also, one trick is, if you have your own mouse mat, you can lay it on top and it will heat that up nicely, albeit not as warm, but still noticeable. Now, what about some negatives then? Well, the obvious one is the price. £57 for a mouse mat that heats up may seem a lot, but I hope you can see the health benefits that this can have and the value that that represents. Also, it did take a couple of days for that new mouse mat smell to go away, but literally, that's it. It's built well, works as you'd expect, it's intuitive, and as I've banged on enough about, it has some really good health benefits. I'm not here to convince you that this mat is something that everyone needs for their desk, but I would 100% recommend if this is something that you'd get use of. If you want to look it up then, I've left links down below where I bought mine from in the description. Please do let me know if you've got any questions. Please do like, please do subscribe. Till the next video. Bye bye.